I'm going to walk through building out an automation for you. My name is Pamela Dale, your GHL gal. Stay with me. We're going to build something live. So I have a client who is fairly new to high level and is asking me to help him build out a workflow. I'm like, absolutely, that sounds very fun. I asked his permission to do this live on the little Level Up TV show that we do here for you on YouTube. And I thought it would be a really great insider kind of look over the shoulder at some of the ways that we build things out. I love a good snapshot, but usually 99.9% of the time, they are not even close to what an actual working one needs to look like for a client because everybody's client journey is different. So this gentleman's story is he works in the loans industry. He has businesses come to him and ask for loans. And what he found was that maybe 75% of them, even though they're applying for a business loan, do not have a website. So he's decided in his side hustle that he would start a SaaS business doing mock-ups of these people's websites and offering them to them. I think it's brilliant. That's actually how I got started way back in the ClickFunnels days. Was one of the ways was mocking up sites for people and just handing them off. So what he's going to do is build them inside of a sub account for them and use a subdomain of his domain. So it would be client mockup site, whatever that word would be for that company, .hisdomain.com. So what we'll do is we'll create a trigger link for that, and then we'll also build out a pipeline. We'll add in some tags. We've got a simple funnel. We've got some workflows. So let's jump into the editor. Let me show you a little bit about what I'm going to build. With a caveat of this is not those Franken workflows that you see. It's very simple. He wants something very simple that he can get started with. There's 1,000 different ways to get started inside of the editor. The way that I do it may or may not be the way that you do it. But I'm going to build out the pieces first and then go into workflows from there. So the first thing that we have is a very simple little funnel here that has a couple of products on it that I've already added, and we'll pretend that this is his SaaS. And then that's got a two-step order form on it. What we also need are the triggers. So we will need one for sure for this example, and it's going to be mock website lead number 1. And as I mentioned, it's going to be subdomain, which is the client subdomain name or name for that little word there for the subdomain, and then hisdomain.com. And then I've already created the workflows and added the tags, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to walk through the workflows and show you what it is that we are going to do for him. And also just a quick peek here at the pipeline. Again, very simple. Sales call, follow-up 1, closed 1, and closed lost. These are the steps that he uses in his current business. So if we jump over to automations, what I'll do automatically is right at the beginning is create myself a folder. So I've got my mock up website workflows, and you'll notice that there are 3. The first one, mock website workflow number 1, is going to be triggered when he adds that person's contact card to that pipeline under sales call, that he's already had the sales call. And then what he's going to do is in this email, this will be for this client, he's going to send them an email with the trigger link. Here is the mock-up of your website that I created. This is the trigger link that we have created for mock website lead number 1, so that when someone clicks on that, he's going to be notified. Then what we're going to do is we're going to wait 1 day for that email to be opened. And if it's opened, we're going to notify him that it was opened. We're going to wait a day and we're going to send an SMS and send another offer expires email. And if it didn't open, then it's going to be an internal notification as well. Wait a day and an SMS. The biggest part we built out was this part here. He can add so much more in here as he goes. So that's website workflow number 1. Now, if there was a sale, then what we've got, usually we'll do an abandoned cart on the 2-step order form, but in this one we just went with an SL, the funnel, the page, the product, and then the submission type was sale, and we're going to remove them from that website workflow number 1. We're going to add the sale tag and we're going to send over an email. The next thing is the follow-up workflow. When someone has changed the pipeline, which would be him, to the follow-up stage, what we're going to do is add that tag and then send a follow-up email. So again, very simple, and it's going to start by moving a contact manually over to that opportunity here. So we're going to change and add this person. We're going to go to pipeline, mock website, and we're going to go to follow up. You could put the lead value in as you want if you wanted as well. And then we're going to go ahead and click add. And what's going to happen is it would automatically send that email. Now I'm in a training account. This isn't set up to do that, but you'll notice that these workflows were not published. So I'm going to leave them in unpublished for now, but you would naturally, okay, let's turn those to publish. So there's one workflow here that's not ready. I'm going to build it with you, and we're going to call this workflow. We're going to call it. So let's go back for a minute because I always like to just copy what's here. And I keep my naming conventions very tight. And I'm going to call this 1A. And this trigger is actually going to be trigger link clicked, because we're going to want to know that somebody's actually clicked on that trigger link. So that's perfect. Trigger link clicked for mock website lead number 1. And we'll save that so you can see that immediately. And then what we're going to do here again is we're going to send an internal notification, and we're going to send an SMS, and you're going to, let's go all users on this one, and then either we've got a template or not. So we're going to go contact, full name, has clicked the trigger link. So this is very powerful for us to know. And this is going to be too long probably. I think we need 50 characters. Oh, it went. Okay, excellent. And then what we can do is we can take a couple of more actions here. The reason I left this one for you to build, for us to build in front of you, was I always go into the settings here and I allow re-entry, and I also am going to auto mark that conversation as read, and I'm going to put my name in here. Now, there are a couple different ways to do this. This is the simplest one for someone who's very basic and has trouble with custom values and custom fields, etc. So I put my name, and then I put my email services, my LC mail sending domain in here as well. And just to keep it so I don't have to work and put it in every email as it goes out as well. So that's how that's going to happen, and he's going to get notified. Now, I love the multiple because what we want to do is, I do this on a lot of my freebies, and I can see people who clicked on it 3 or 4 times. We want to know if this website's being passed around. Look at this, or if they're coming back to it, or if they just clicked on it once and didn't look again. That's going to be very valuable information for this client. So this is a very simple sales pipeline for this client that we've automated, so that when he does a sales call and he sends out a mock website that he spent some time to build, because when you come under here and you go to websites and you jump into this template, you can choose and customize these templates very quickly and very easily. So he could talk to the automotive people, an auto dealer, change out the logo and the colors for that client, add on that subdomain, do a sales call, and then go ahead and watch those workflows as they go and see if it turns into a sale, and or whether or not he needs to follow up, or if it's closed or won. It's a really great place for him to get started with automation and using high level. Did you like this example? I can do more. I love building inside of the editor. Everybody's situation is going to be just a little bit different. And if you want to have me help you and be your partner in this, there's some links down below. You can jump on calls, you can get started with high level. I look forward to being on this road with you.